What is going on, party people? It's Kevin here once again, giving you a gameplay commentary. This time is it's the Battlefield 4 beta footage. Oh, how crazy is that? I have a grenade launcher and I can't shoot the damn thing straight. And oh, it takes like 3 grenade shots to kill that guy. Wait till you see the next guy try to kill. Whoa, it's not pretty, but at least I get the job done. I think it's happening right about there. Yeah, watch this. 1, 2, 3, how about 4? How about 4? How about 5? Let's make it one more, come on. There you go, 1 shot left. There you go, Kevin. Yeah, like I said, I was just trying to figure out the trajectory on this thing, because, I never used it until then. So, there you go. And, you can tell I'm playing some domination game mode, not your standard conquest, and that's just because it's late at night. I don't have the time to edit a video right now, and I just wanted to get something up. Talking to you guys about some Battlefield 4. I mean, I do have a funtage, uploaded, ready to, present to you guys. But I wanted to get that video over the Pixel Enemy first, see if I can possibly get that posted up on there. And if not, I'll upload it on here. So don't worry, you guys will see it probably within. I'll give it a week, and then you guys will see it for sure. It'll be my first week of fun experiences in the Battlefield 4 beta. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, Kevin, what's your opinion on the Battlefield 4 beta? How are you liking it? Like, well, initial thoughts, it's Battlefield, so I like it. I didn't really go too crazy on the changing of the game. Like I said, this game is more of an evolution rather than a revolution of the series, which is exactly what I want, really. I didn't want like a complete revamp of everything in the game. I just want, like the core aspect of Battlefield, tweak a few things and call it good. Because really Battlefield 3, in my opinion, was a nearly flawless game. It definitely has flaws and glitches and stuff. But, overall it was a really solid game. And so far I'm really enjoying this one. Some of the fixes I do really like is, obviously the Recon getting the C4 sandwich packs, which is always really nice, and so that makes the class a little more useful, because back in Battlefield 3 I never used it. I never used Recon. I always went Assault. That's my primary, and basically Assault and then the Engineer if it needed to be, and sometimes Support if my team needed it, basically. But I rarely ran Recon. Rarely ran that class. And that Recon is gonna get you're bringing back the motion sensors. You got C4, and you get to use carbines now, which are weapons aimed but any class can use, which I'm all for that. Try to make definitely the Recon class help that be a little more competitive to a class like the Assault class, which was a very powerful class. Which is one thing I'm glad they did kind of nerf, which was the window time to revive players is a lot shorter in this game than it was in Battlefield 3, which I completely agree with. Because it was really unfair, especially like on maps like I'm sure you ran across this, like in Grand Bazaar, where like you take out like 3 or 4 guys, but then all of a sudden there's one assault guy, and he just brings them all back up in no time. And it's like I feel like they did a pretty decent job of trying to fix the revive mechanic in this game. Though, like they did also change that where you have like the quick revive, which just brings the guy up with 20% health, and a full revive, which just takes a little longer, but the guy has 100% health. Though I don't really think a lot of people were going for the full revive, just because, you got health packs you can team up with that, and so that, it's not going to be as necessary, because you re-heal yourself pretty quickly with the health packs. And thank you, Angus, for ruining my gameplay. I really do appreciate it, bro. Anyways, though, I really don't think a lot of people are going to go for the long revives. They're just been going for the quick revives, get people up, and stand next to the health pack, get revived, and get healed no time. So there you go. I mean, that's what I think is going to happen pretty much with that. Though, since the revive time is so much shorter, I've actually been kind of finding myself running a lot more of the buckshot. Was it the M3 Woody or something? The secondary shotgun you can get instead of the paddles. You know what I'm talking about. Can't figure out what it's called. Just because, a lot of times I'm playing this game solo, and, your teammates are running around doing their own thing. It's kind of tough to team up with them. I know there's VoIP and stuff like that now, but sometimes, people just, they're probably in TeamSpeak, or they just want to be quiet, you know what I mean. And that's one thing I'm kind of worried about also with this whole new perk system is that, I was playing last night, and my squad were pretty much a bunch of derps, man. They were all separated out doing their own thing. No one was really working together. And, the new way the squad perk system works in this game is, it rewards you for you basically working as a team, doing team-oriented things like healing up your teammates, reviving them, repairing their tanks and stuff like that. But if your teammates are just kind of wanting to go out and do their own thing, it kind of really affects you. And there's not a whole lot that you can do against that besides, changing your squad or whatever, or just always finding friends to play with. But, sometimes you can't always do that. So, like I said, I was kind of iffy on the whole squad perk thing. Like, it's early in the game. It's just the beta. We'll see how it really implements once the full game is released. But that's kind of one of my concerns with the whole perk system, the way they did it now. I do like it how it does promote more teamwork. It just, you have to leave it up to the players to actually do it, which is something you can't usually trust FPS players to do, is actually work together and stuff like that. But let's see what happens, But other than that, like another thing I was kind of wanted to touch on was the Levolution is with Battlefield 4. Because with this skyscraper on this map, it's a player-generated event, so players can bring down the building basically anytime they want. And so far, it doesn't seem like to be that big of an issue at the moment. But one thing I was kind of worried about was that if, say, people start learning how to actually bring down the skyscraper, and of course, it's a really cool thing to do in the game, so everybody's gonna want to do it in the beginning of the match, and I just find it'd be really annoying for it to be like Levolution, like you're changing the tactics of the game and stuff like that. It's what they're kind of advertising. But if only, I've seen the skyscraper down with before 700 tickets or before like 100 tickets were used up on the other teams. So I mean, it's not exactly Levolution, I guess you call it, if 95% of the map you're playing it as like the destructed version of the map, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I was kind of worried when I saw this whole Levolution thing, and then seeing it actually implemented. It's like, well, you kind of miss out on that whole aspect of being able to play on top of the skyscraper, fight on top of the rooftop. They did make it a little tricky to bring down the building, but it's not that difficult. And I just feel like when people figure out how to do it, it's just going to be, the building's going to fall down within the first 3 minutes of the match happening. And then you get the extra 25 minutes is going to be playing over the rubble. So that's what I just kind of was iffy on with the whole Levolution thing. But anyways, that's the end of the gameplay, guys. Some domination gameplay. It's not the full conquest experience, but hey, sometimes you want to jump in and just play some gun on gun. So that's why I'm really glad they brought back the domination game mode. But anyways, guys, went 14-1, nothing too crazy. I had to play really defensive because of the frame drop issues I've been having are really bad. That like I can't just run around and just shooting people's heads off like I normally do, just because every time I get into a serious gunfight or stuff happening, my frames drop to like 15. And it's just like I lose gunfights because of my frames, not because of my poor aim or anything like that. So, but hey, 14-1, not too shabby, whatever. Hey, look, opponents are for higher in the game as well. How crazy is that? Anyways, guys, though, how's your experience of the Battlefield 4 beta going? Going well for you? I mean, if you guys have any idea of how to help fix this whole shitty frame rate thing, I would greatly appreciate a comment on how to fix it. I really would. And if you guys like the video, leave a like as well, because that always helps me out a lot. And I will catch you guys later in the next video. It'll probably be the Funtage. So I'll catch you later. Peace out.